No, but I mean, you know, you think about the elderly and people on pensions and so on, and there's no plan here for Social Security. He wants to present himself, typical Democrat, well, I mean, it's not him, it's whoever's writing this stuff for him, as a defender of the seniors, for example. There is not one penny of Biden's tax hike which would go towards averting, you know, I've talked about this before, Social Security's scheduled insolvency. We've got this problem here with Medicare. I mean, the thing is broke. Now, there's not a cent going to solving all of this. So basically, at the end of the day, the elderly, those on pensions, I mean, is he going to let Social Security program go bankrupt and cut benefits by 20% to those who are currently on pensions? None of this is explained, but it's a rather frightening prospect.
Well, he can't defend it, and the Democrats in his party can't defend it either. All they can do is deny, distract, defer blame. They typically blame Republicans for everything that they themselves are guilty of. And we've talked about this both in Australia and in the US. This is a massive problem. This is a snowball that is going to consume us all, and we need to face up to it.
Correct.
We need to make fundamental changes to the program moving forward, and it doesn't sound like Australians are any more willing to tackle it than Americans are now.
Correct.
But Joe Biden's got a huge problem on his hand. He can't talk himself out of this box.
That is absolutely right. I mean, I've just earlier in the program here talked about, you know, the $400 billion AUKUS agreement. That's fine, $400 billion. We're a little country here. There's only 14 million people pay tax. Who's going to fund great idea? It's a great idea to give us this nuclear capability, $400 billion. So the only way you can go with the lefties, that's the Democrats or the Labor Party here, are tax hikes. Now, I just say to our viewers, in this budget that Biden has brought down, there are at least a dozen tax hikes, and they total $4.7 trillion in new and expanded taxes. I think we're heading in that direction. Peggy, won't this be the largest tax increase in modern American history?
It will, and the American people are not in a position to be able to afford this. And it's amazing how generous you are with somebody else's money. Joe Biden doesn't see this as his money because it's not. It's the American taxpayers' money. And so generous, in fact, that he's giving one of the largest pay raises to federal workers who already are paid typically much more than the same jobs in the private sector. 40% of federal workers have yet to return to the office full-time after COVID. And so here Joe Biden is giving these people who haven't even been in the office when other people have been a pay increase of large proportions. So he's very generous with other people's money. Yeah.